Business, every second matters. Precision, presence, a watch that defines leadership. It's not just keeping time, it's owning it. The Rolex Day-Date 40, 18.
Hey everybody out there, it's Alabama Deep. I'm coming back at you. Alright, so I am still using the exact same tripod. It literally has no base or anything else. There's the broken one. I tried to fix it, but I failed. So that's what holds the camera when it goes up and down. Don't ask me how I have this rigged. I tried a little bit of tape. That didn't work. And then I'm like, I've got a gold Cuban chain. So I wrapped it around the top of the phone, wrapped it to what base I had left, and now it's under the little turning knob on it that anchors it into position that still works underneath it. So it's being held in a balancing act. And that's the best I've got right now. Okay, so we are looking at this beautiful Gruen, and it is, I'm believing it's probably from the 50s. That's what I'm thinking, is that it's from the 1950s. We know for a fact that this watch is radioactive, so we are going to be opening it up. But first, I want to take a look at this outside. We can see the outside of it. It looks very nasty. It looks horrible, actually. So I'm trying to figure how can I possibly, make this look any better. And I think what I want to do first is I want to try my best to clean it just a little bit. I won't tell you exactly what chemical I'm using yet because I don't know if it's a good idea or not. But I'll put my optics down and I'm going to go in there to it and I'm just going to start rubbing it just to try to help get some of it looking a little bit better. It's adding a little bit of shine to it, but it's not doing what I want it to do. This is pretty bad. So I'm kind of just going around at it and doing that. Yeah, it's not 100% what I want it to do. So there's something else I'm going to use, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. A while back, when Alabama Deep was first getting into this, which, keep in mind, I cannot remember because I was in a car wreck. But I was nice enough to put everything into my little watch repair book that I wrote by hand. And I put a little story behind of it because I thought it might be a good book to write in the future and possibly get it published. So I guess that's what the idea I had at the time was. Ooh, what's that on there? Interesting. This has a insignia crown on it. That's kind of cool. Okay, so anyway, I was going to write a book, and I was writing everything down in it. So that's how I even know this story in the first place, is simply because I left myself a little bit of breadcrumbs unintentionally to be able to regain this knowledge that I lost from the car wreck. How I can still work on a watch and do what I do, I do not know. I cannot explain that. I guess it's just like someone who learned to play a piano and lost their memory. And they just muscle memory. They just know how to do it. So that's kind of like me. And I guess it has a lot to do with you being able to just work things out. And so that's what I'm doing. But this stuff, as you're going to see in just a minute, does miracles. I have used it a lot. As a matter of fact, when I was working on my Rolex OP right here, I used it on the crystal. And the crystal has come out very well. And it was very much scratched up, if y'all remember that video. This stuff works a lot like Polywatch, only you don't pay as much for it. And the name of it is Mirror Glaze Professional Swirl Remover 2.0. It's by Meguiar's. And you can get it at any auto parts store, I believe, like Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone. and it works almost identical to Polywatch. And it's just a buffing compound, I believe. And anyhow, Hoot and Holler, it also does really good, as it does have that in there. It does really good, as you see all the black coming off of this particular watch. It really gets in there, and it does, in fact, remove a lot of the stuff that's on this watch. As you can tell, it is indeed cleaning this watch up. And this is just beautiful. It's just revealing details of it. So I was going to let that be my first step into this particular watch repair and restoration, because I do want it to shine very nice. And so it's just a little bit of buffing compound, I guess. I'm not sure what Meguiar's uses their glaze remover for. I think they use it on like side mirrors or even I don't know, maybe rear headlights, of the car. I don't really know, or even possibly on the paint jobs. As you can see, it really is doing a fine job on making this watch look a lot better than what it did. And I come in here, I want to clean it up some more. So yeah, I guess like little mini brushes all over it. Kind of like Lever 2000, I guess, maybe perhaps. It does the work so you don't have to. So I thought we would go ahead and start buffing this watch out and getting a little bit of shine to it back. Yeah, you can tell, can't you? Yes, you can. I can tell a difference. This really is helping this gold-filled case. I did a little bit of research on it. It is 10-karat gold-filled. And it's just very, very beautiful. I think it's a shame that it's not, 10 karat all the way through, but nonetheless, it is doing a good job. That is a difference between night and day, how dull it was. And I've only been at this for like a minute, and it's already starting to shine a lot more. I really like that a lot. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to put a little bit more on there, because that'd be really cool. So I'm going to get a little bit more of this Meguiar's little swirl remover. And I got a huge bottle. I've had it, I think anyway, as long as I've been here. But I'm assuming I got this stuff when I put that passage into my watch repair notes. And so that was like literally 4 years ago. So that tells you probably how old this bottle is. And it's still full, completely full, because of course I don't use it that often. When it comes to a watch, because a lot of these watches will have a sapphire crystal or something, but those that do have this composite case that's very similar to plastic, I do use it a lot on that. And yeah, this is really just, that's doing good. Oh yeah. I love that. Now, I was thinking about maybe polishing it more with a Dremel tool, but I think it's a very bad idea, given we don't know how many micrograms of gold are on here, or even how gold filled necessarily works. I'll have to research that within itself. I do see on this watch right here, if you can tell, you can see some of that gold filler has come off of there. That's no longer on there. Let me wipe this off with a little bit finer of a cloth, and we can see maybe quite possibly all of the results from this. So, and I kind of like to know what that. Oh, okay. Well, I need to look into that. That may be actually damage to the bezel, and somehow I'll have to get in closer and look at it just to see. I'm almost done, folks. And I can show you what I've done so far. Okay, here we go. This is what we've done so far. That's shining up very nice. I like it. Yeah, that crystal could use a little bit of restoring. Let me come in on it and let me see how bad it actually looks. I might be able to clear some of that up. Now, do y'all remember how I did that? If you look back at my other videos, you're going to see exactly how it was done. So, let me come in here. Let me grab my polishing sticks. You can buy these polishing sticks on eBay. You can get them on AliExpress. You can get them all over, and they have different. Grains. I'm using 7,000. That's what it looks like this is. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and maybe make it a little moist. And I want to come in here and I'm just going to come across it. I want to see what it's all going to do to it. And if I have to get down to the nitty gritty on it, I'll get down to the nitty gritty. But this should probably help out a lot on the haze. Oh yeah. I may have to come in here and spend a good hour on this crystal. We'll just have to wait and see. I just wanted to see if the smoothest one I had will do anything for it at all. So I'm just coming across and going back and forth. Just wanted to see if there's any difference. And I do see some difference. So, okay, so we're definitely going to hit that. Let's wind this thing up. Let's see if it does anything. It is not doing anything. The sub-second hand is not moving or anything else. So, okay. We're really going to have to get into it. Okay, now, I know we can remember the intro to this, that this is a radioactive watch. So, we need to be prepared for that. We need to be very, very careful with what we're doing. And we need to get some safety PPE. I need a mask because if you don't know what this does, even though the radium still looks really good, this thing is incredibly old. So over time, as it decays, the radium decays, it produces a radioactive gas that builds up inside the watch. And when you open the watch up, it releases that gas. You can inhale that. And that would be very bad. So we don't want to breathe that in. We don't want to have it anywhere near us. So we got to be very cautious. So I'm definitely going to be using finger cots. I want to get some other stuff to help clean up the dial some. I have looked at this dial and I have noticed where the actual hands have literally damaged the dial from the radium in it. Because that's not necessarily just all age. If you can look at that, it's actually like little burn marks at the 6, 4, 8, and 10. 2 as well. You'll notice how it's a little bit darker there. That's actually from the radium, and it's like literally penetrating down onto the dial and causing damage to the dial. So yeah. Imagine what it could do to a person necessarily. If you breathe it in or ingest any of this, it would not be good. That's very bad. And this being a Gruen Precision, I'm going to go ahead and guess by looking at the back that we are looking at either a bumper, which is an older version for an automatic, or it's going to be an automatic watch altogether, which we're going to see that when we do open this watch up. I wanted to take one more minute. I want to see, since we got the case looking pretty good, because that does look very good actually. Move this over here to the side. I want to see if there's any chance on the face of the planet that we can do anything for this watch strap. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to just completely gold plate that. with the correct gold plate. I don't want to use the 24 karat I have, because if you use 24 karat gold plate on something like this, it's going to have a yoke effect, and the yoke effect is not good because it makes it look way too orange. So you want something that's going to match the watch itself. And yeah, I don't even know why I'm even trying to do that. I can just look at this and I can tell that this needs to be, one, cleaned, and number two, I can see where it's pitting. We need to go ahead and we need to replate this. Now, that's not always the case when you have a gold-filled watch, and let me give you the two perfect examples of that. Give me a second as I've risen from the chair. Where is that favorite little watch of mine that I have? Yes, there it is, there it is. And then there was another example that I wanted to show everybody too of what I've done. There's one, there's two. And then I wanted to show everybody this watch before we do move on, since we're talking vintage watches right now. Let me show you what I have done with one of the gold-filled watches. I have this one right here. This one is completely restored. It's running perfect. I've cleaned up the 10 karat gold fill on it. It looks beautiful. It does run, and I do wear it sometimes. It's been a while, but it was one of my collection pieces back when I first started working on these watches. As I can remember how hazy that is. This is one that I know I use the Meguiar swirl remover on because it's different than every other watch I have. It actually looks clean. And I watched the video on this one, which is one of my older videos. This one I completely restored. I cleaned up the crystal in that video, and I even went back and I polished everything. And this one's gold filled, and the video angle here does not do it justice. This is just extraordinarily pretty. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. It does run. You know, this is just a very beautiful watch, and there it goes, tick, 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 tick. And the same for this one right here. Let's see, I just did it for a little bit, and of course it's ticking as well as the little hand on it is moving. So just two very gorgeous gold-filled watches that I restored. Bought them off eBay for like literally less than $10 a piece. Both have the original crystal. This is an original crystal. Look how gorgeous it is with a waffle dial on it. I mean, just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces that I just restored it and made them run again. Someone just decided that they were going to throw them away and throw them in a junk drawer and just leave them there. But, you know, me being me, I wanted to save them. And this is one y'all have never seen before. This is a Bulova self-winding watch. That is white. That is a white gold case. Okay. And it runs as well. I got it running. I got this very cheap off of eBay. This was like literally less than $15. And I was told by several people I just made them sick for what I paid for this watch. $15, solid white gold case, Bulova self-winding watch. I have not seen any other Bulova that looks like this that says self-winding on it with an automatic movement in it. And I've seen one that say Bulova, and they're a little bit similar, but they still have a rectangular case. This is more of a square, and it's unique. It's different than any other Bulova I have seen out there, and it does have the original strap to it, which is even better. So this watch, I think when I was looking at the value of it, it was over $1,000 just for this watch. In today's money, or like 5 years ago, it was $1,000 plus. And I don't know what it's worth now, but yeah, this is absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Bulova. So yeah, I have that one as well, and just wanted to share that with you. But getting back to this Gruen, this band we're going to have to either replace or we're going to have to plate it with either 14, 10, or 18 karat gold solution. I'm going to have to figure out if I can figure a way to make these bands tight again. I need to research that. I've never done the stretchy bands, so we'll have to look into that. But okay, so this is the ending of part 1 of the Gruen Precision Restoration video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below, folks, as we move on. Coming up next, we're going to be breaking into this beauty and having a look at the inside of it, trying to remember if it was a bumper slash automatic or if it was a more modern automatic where the isolating weight spins completely around. But I believe it's going to be a bumper for this year. So everyone, stay tuned as we come up with part 2, as I edit that and get it ready for upload. I will see y'all in the next video.